Yeah. So if you're watching this live or replay, I'm starting to get more intentional uh, with doing more content, right? So if you're watching this, so let me just go ahead and turn some of this down. All right, so it appears that I can't do both Facebook and YouTube at the same time. All right, well, that's it's good to know. Hmm. All right, well, let's go ahead and start looking at a couple properties, shall we? Let's go ahead and start out. Apparently, we just rolled out, or our MLS just rolled out this new search feature. I don't know that well, what I like or don't like, it doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to go here to the old residential search. What I like or don't like, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, if I'm not talking too much, well, it's because I'm I don't have anybody like that is interacting yet. So if you get really bored with this, just skip through the footage if you're watching this back on a replay. And if you're here to hang out, let's talk about some real estate. Couple things to share as well. So we've got well, this cruise coming up in February. If you're a real estate investor or if you're involved with real estate and you'd like to get out and see about making a work trip vacation, then we're going to be doing this real estate mastermind cruise. So, quick little plug for that. February 21st through the 25th of 2024. This is some of the information. We're going to be going Key West, Bimini. I want to say, I don't know if Nassau is going to be one of the stops, but then we'll have a stop at their at Virgin's private island as well. So it's going to be a good time. We're looking forward to it. Now, to get back to work over here. Let's see. See if we can find a flip today, guys. Uh, Hmm. I've seen this property come up a number of times. There's just something about it, you know, it doesn't really interest me. Bank owned, it's almost 5 acres. Hmm. Yeah. See, sometimes I'm not a big fan of these with these remodels, right? Just a couple things. We're already at 100 a square foot. You might be able to bump it up. So obviously, starting out, we're going to have to negotiate down to get them down because I'll run the comps on this address for you here in a minute, and you can actually see what we're looking at and why I think about things the way that I do. Number one, you're going to have to redo all this because this whatever color that is. No, I don't know anybody that's going to want that. And you've got wood paneling, so it's dated. Um, then look in the bathroom. Okay, so this vanity that you've got is already cut. It's angular. It's weird. You've got that shower. It's really small. You're going to have to open up that space, put a bigger door there. Let some light in. Um, you can resurface that if you want to, but by the time you go in there and you start spending this money, it's not going to cost out that well. But I do like this for a practice run. So let's just see what that looks like. Oh, did I not do that correctly? Yeah. 1207 Caroline Drive. What I'm doing is I'm looking as close to the property as I can for some comparables. Now you'll notice this house is also it's got the same style, right? Hollow core doors, the old style sink attached to the wall. Hmm. I don't necessarily like this one because it's smaller. It's also a 3-1. Let's just see if we can expand this out a little bit. Now this 4-2, about a half mile away. Obviously, it's newer than the other ones, so it's nothing. It's nothing overly wild. So let's see what it went for. Listed at 121 a square foot, closed at 126 a square foot, which makes sense. They bumped it to give some seller concessions. Let's go back to Caroline. This one here's a 3-2. That was a 4-2. 1790 on the square footage. This one was 1632. So let's just say that if we set 125, let me speak, 125 a foot, maybe a little bit less. Yeah, let's go ahead and cut it to 125 a foot. That's not the proper calculation. So 1790 times 125. 223,000 is going to be our ARV on this. I'll just go over here in my little calculator. Going to be a 6-month hold. Listed sales price 173. This is where it's going to get expensive on determining what I can offer. Well, while that loads, let's just go ahead and do a street view. So what I'm looking at here, excuse me, as I'm going up and down the street, I'm looking at a few different things. Number one, you see these are these windows are going to be more of your vinyl slung windows, right? More vinyl, unless the light's just hitting it funny. But I'm seeing over here aluminum, aluminum, aluminum. So I don't think that on the rehab we're going to have to update the windows. It seems like homes are still selling up and down the street without those kind of problems. Keeping the original facades, everything else, that's no big changes there. Okay. Fairly standard. All right. So we can at least assume that we're going to see that value of 223,000 for this 3-2. Now, let's go in here and talk about our updates. What I'm seeing on the roof looks all right. The exterior looks decent. I'm not seeing a lot of cracks or anything. However, you're going to need fresh paint throughout. And if you're going to hit 223, you want to make sure that you're going, hey, baby, you want to make sure that you're maximizing. So I would have to pull that paneling out. Paneling there, it has to go. Salvage the floor if you can. All right, so I'm seeing 5, 10, 12, 5, 17. I don't know. I'm probably just all in all around 33 to 36,000 on the rehab. So let's just say that if we're going to do that, you know what, that kitchen, I need to bump that a bit. We're probably going to be around 40 to 42 by the time we really make the changes that needs. So going there to 42,000. There is no monthly HOA, but there is some landscaping. We're going into the slow season if we buy it, so let's just say $50 a cut. Probably want to be one cut a month. So one of the changes I'm actually getting done to this calculator is to add in a few different options. Number one, that's if I was to finance the full amount, right? But I don't necessarily need it to do that. In this market, we're going to give about 6,500 in closing concessions to the seller, to the buyer. That's just going to be your average. So for 224, my insurance on that policy should be around 125 a month. Utilities shouldn't be over 200. So we'll hold it there. See what the taxes look like. We're going to call it 100 a month in taxes. Do a little contingency every now and then in there. I like to do that. So my quick offer on this property should be around that 114.5. Okay. So I just need them to come off $60,000 on the house. Just see if they could even do that. Hmm. I have an existing mortgage more than what I could actually pay. And the thing is, if I did that, I'm still going to make $30,000. So it's not like I have a lot of room to really go up. But it's worth a call. So oh, comments are not supported. So I just realized that even if anybody was watching, I wouldn't know it. So y'all bear with me. I'm trying to learn a little bit more about this, like getting into the streaming and, being a little bit more efficient about what I do. So if this goes well, I'll probably try to start streaming a little bit every day, just small content, kind of showing some of the chaos, some of what goes on, behind the scenes. So with that being said, hope that y'all have a great day. If you need anything, just reach out. I'm going to get back to work and see if I can't make an offer or two. So talk to you later.